Really, I feel like every time he speaks, I learn something new. I can't I'm not gonna flat out say it's the second best league. You know, my rookie year of my professional career, I was with Dallas. So I got to see Luka a good amount. Man, it's amazing. The crowd is unreal. That's not everybody. You know, that's only, you know, a pinch of, you know, what we'll get this season.
This is BasketNews Film Session, and we have Partizan Belgrade guard Carlik Jones. Carlik, I have a chance for you to replay the last possession of South Sudan Team USA game in the preparation for the Olympics. 8 seconds left. South Sudan is down by 1 point away, 2 points away from a historical win. Tell me, what do you think about this last play? And if you had a chance to rewind that one, what do you do different?
So when I first got it, you know, my initial plan was once I got some space from Drew Holiday, with him being, you know, quick with his feet and strong defender, I wanted to cut him back off so he couldn't be no longer in the play. I mean, I think I wish I shot it off a 2 or, you know, shot it a little less strong. Also seeing Anthony Davis come over to try to contest late, I know I had to shoot it a little higher than normal. It just didn't go that way for us. I think what I would have did differently is instead of cutting Drew Holiday off, dribble another dribble away from him.
Okay.
You know, it's crazy. After that missed shot, I probably went to practice that next day and shot that shot probably 30, 40 times just in case I'm in that situation again.
Okay. But still, you managed to test yourself, you know, against the best of the best. How do you feel? The way you performed, the way you displayed your talent, and where do you stand among those guys?
I mean, it felt great. You know, based off my career so far, like, you know, when I was in the NBA, I didn't, you know, get a chance to play against some of these guys and basically compete and show them what I can do. So to be able to have this game and, you know, to perform the way I perform, you know, I've always had the utmost confidence in myself. But to go out there and perform like that just kind of solidified it to myself that, you know, you belong with, you know, some of the best players in the world, no matter, you know, what league.
This picture, what was this short conversation about?
Just being from Ohio.
Okay.
You know, the first thing he said to me was, you know, another Ohio guy, man. And he just told me keep grinding, keep going. LeBron was an idol of mine, you know, growing up. You know, being from Cincinnati, he's from Cleveland. You know, like I said, I'm always repping where I'm from. We didn't have a NBA team, so Cleveland was my team, and you know, LeBron was, you know, the catalyst for all that. So, you know, that was a big moment for me.
Speaking of big moments, can you walk us through it? Why did it mean you so much?
Oh man, I was a redshirt freshman here. A lot of people don't know the backstory. My first year, I didn't play. I was redshirted, and how it happened was just, you know, crazy. I wasn't supposed to, you know, I was supposed to play my first year. You know, my coach came up to me randomly and just kind of told me like, you know, we're gonna have to redshirt you this year. And me, I mean, I've never had any serious injuries. I've never had any reasons not to play. And that crushed me. And it got to a point where, I don't know, they kind of called it like a gray shirt where like, you know, even when you're a red shirt, you can practice with the team. Like for the first half of the season, I couldn't practice with them, couldn't lift with them until December. And then when December came, I was able to practice and, you know, be around the team, but I couldn't travel. You know, it was like violations. And it was just a big moment for me, man. I had, you know, really the same team my red shirt year. And, you know, a lot of those guys trusted me. My head coach trusted me. And it's crazy because I didn't score a point. I don't think I scored 1 point in the second half of this game. And, you know, to trust me to take the last shot was huge.
Watching you play both for South Sudan or Partizan in the preseason, I really admire your skill set. It feels like there's no space on the floor where you cannot score from, basically. Yeah. And I was just thinking, you know, how did you become a hooper? You know, what made you the player you are today?
You know, I come from a basketball family. My mom played, my dad played. Growing up, I watched guys like Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, you know, guys that are somewhat my height. and just learned that, I won't be getting too much taller. You know what I'm saying? I have a pretty short family. So just learning that you're going to come against bigger guys, so you have to, pick your spots, figure out how you can get your shot off quicker, change your speeds and stuff like that. My biggest thing is creating space. When you create your space, you don't have to rush anything. I feel like I have a pace that, it's kind of tough to keep up with. You can't speed me up. You can't make me go faster than I already want to go. And I think that's a unique tool to have.
Yeah, watching some, highly skilled players, sometimes it feels like that they beat their opponents off their speed. But as you mentioned, it feels like you play your own pace. That reminds me actually of Luka Doncic, not the fastest guy, not the most athletic guy, but somehow he managed to pull you in his own pace, in his own zone. That's what you do actually, basically, your opponents.
Yeah, and my rookie year of my professional career, I was with Dallas.
Okay.
So I got to see Luka, a good amount. And I would always say, like, how does he get to what he wants? Like, he uses his body well, he uses his speed when he's ready to use his speed. And, I thought, going to the NBA, you might have to just play fast. And it's like, nah, you just kind of stick to what got you here. And, I kind of, after looking at, how he was playing, I kind of used that to my advantage, where it's like, just keep your same speed and perfect that. Because, at the end of the day, like, you got to control the game, especially as a point guard. You can't let the defense control you. That's where things go south.
I had a question about the G League. What do you think about this platform? What do you think about the level of this league? Just recently, one of the G League players, Toscano Anderson, made the headlines by saying that the G League is the second best league in the world.
Our dream is not to play fucking ACB. Our dream is not to play fucking EuroLeague. Our dream is to play in the fucking National Basketball Association. To make millions and fucking hundreds of millions of dollars. This shit, what they doing to us is embarrassing. It's unacceptable.
Would you agree on that statement?
I think it's a conversation to be had, for sure. There's a lot of talent in the league. I think it's sometimes looked over, but there's a lot of talented players in there grinding for opportunities. There's guys in there that can do everything an NBA team asked of you. I've even had a couple of teammates who I thought should have been in the league. We just played against one today, Dan Arturo.
Yeah.
I played with him in the G League, and even with the minutes he was getting, which wasn't always a lot, he could come in and really give us a double-double with rebounding and scoring. But I can't I'm not gonna flat out say it's the second best league. Like I said, I'm in a new chapter here today. This year with EuroLeague, and I don't think it's easy. I think that each league, man, you got to respect the guys that are playing there.
I have a question from Beyond Plus member. Beyond Basket News have a platform where we have subscribers. You can subscribe us on basketnews.com/plus, and you get a lot of extra features. One of those features includes, let's say, addressing questions to our interviews. So one of the questions that I got from the Serbian fan, Alexa Radanov, was, would you rather be one of the best players in Europe, which you definitely have skills for, or would you prefer to sit at the bench in the NBA waiting for a questionable chance for the same salary?
Don't get me wrong, man. Being in the NBA was always my dream. Growing up as a kid, that's all you seen, and especially, in the States. But I've learned you got to go where you want it. You got to go where you want it and where you're celebrated. Like I said, so far, I've been loving it here. Even though I didn't play all the minutes I wanted to in the NBA or what I might have expected, I still enjoyed every second of it. I enjoyed every minute of it because I was living a dream. But, I'd rather be here right now. And this is where my feet is. This is, where I'm wanted, and this is where I want to be. So I'm choosing here right now.
I just wanted your take. What do you think about this pick and roll connection with Carlik Jones? What were your first impressions in general about the European hoops playing with this team in front of this crowd?
Man, it's amazing. Like, the crowd is unreal. Like, non-stop cheering. Like, sometimes you can barely hear yourself think. And, some of the crazy things about it is that's not everybody. That's only a pinch of, what we'll get this season. So, man, I think it's an all-around great vibe, great energy. The comment on Tyreek, man, it's unreal. The way he can jump, how strong he is, how athletic. It's impressive. Throughout my career, I've had guys who can jump and catch lobs, but I've honestly, I don't think I've ever had a big that athletic.
What did you learn about the game of basketball from this man?
He just teaches team basketball. Man, it's so much respect for him, so much love for him. I think everybody on our team respects him. Every time, really, I feel like every time he speaks, I learn something new. And that's my biggest thing. I'm always open to new situations, new coaches, new players. And Coach is unique, man. He has a fun side of him too, but he knows when to get on us if we need him.
And just for the last question, you're coming over to Europe. Did you see any EuroLeague clips? Did you watch any EuroLeague clips? And were you aware who are the alpha dogs of the EuroLeague? Did you scout them?
Yeah, I haven't scouted them. I have, recently, but before then I didn't. But I always talk to some of my friends about EuroLeague games, and I just hear that they're always a lot. Like, they're tough games, they're physical games, and they're, it's not easy. A lot of these guys I haven't played yet, and my biggest thing, man, I respect everybody. Because, I think we're good. I think I have faith in our team, but like I said, I'm the new kid on the block, quote unquote. So I like to just respect everybody's game because everybody's pros. Everybody, kind of has grind to be where they are. So, I'm gonna respect every team and I'm gonna approach every team like, they're a championship caliber team.
Do you think that next season, when I will be sitting here with somebody else, we will be talking about you as one of those alpha dogs as well?
Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
Respect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.